never get free. Lamb to the slaughter, what you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes, tell me everything's not fine, or that people ain't happy.
Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Deku has water manipulation, part 1. And let's do a little recap on some information that I left out on the first part that I should have added in the second part. I just totally forgot about it, so my bad. Give me a second here. Okay, I'm back. So there's a little, I forgot to add this in. So it's basically, give me a second here. I'll just read the whole message. So, you guys, if you haven't checked out the community tab, I'll give you, what I put. I got a few comments on my water manipulation deku. Let me explain a couple of things. Inko's father was, he's a metahuman. So no, I'm not gonna read the whole thing because I'll be for I don't want to waste any more time. But basically, Inko's father was a fisherman that was in the area of Paradise Island, I think it's called, but it's called like Madagascar or something like that. After the whole deed, the child's born, and they kill off all the men on the boat after they reproduced every 50 years, stuff like that. I give you enough time on here to read it all, so let's get to the story. As we start our story with Izuku, we're gonna do a time skip. So he's about 14 as he walks into Ivy's little hideout where she stays at. As he sees several dead bodies all over the place. Izuku's, Aunt Ivy, are you here? And she's like, oh yeah, I'm here, dear. Where's mother? Oh, she's out with your sister. Doing stuff. So are you hungry? As she, she had some, food made for Izuku ahead of time because she knew he was going to be hungry. Now, small pause. Izuku and Ivy are a lot more closer. They're closer. He's more closer to her than the rest of his family because the whole plant and water aspect. So they click more than Inko and her daughter. As Izuku, waters all her plants, all her deadly plants. What he still waters them. As after he gets done eating, as Aunt Ivy, he's like, "Where are you going, Izuku? I have something to take care of, Aunt Ivy. I won't be long." As, by the way, who are the dead bodies? As she's like, blasphemy. Some punks. Some uppity gang member. As Izuku's like, he looks down and he knows what black masks men look like. So he's like, alright, I'll be back. If mom comes before I tell her I'll be out. As it's not nighttime or anything like that. It's just, afternoon. So as Izuku walking down the street, as he has a hoodie. No, I don't know if he would wear a hoodie because he really doesn't give a fuck. And he's not really hiding. So let's just say, he's walking. No, what? I give him the hoodie. So he wears a hoodie. So he wears like a bright blue hoodie. As he finally gets to the destination where he's at, as these two guards wearing some sort of skull mask. That's what his men wear, like some their version of a skull, but Black Mask is the only one with a black mask. Black Mask also, well, whatever. They have masks on to identify their Black Masks men. As all you see is the men fall down as they were hit with a water bullet. As they fall to the ground, as Ezekiel, now small pause. Ezekiel won't learn to control someone's body with the water they have in the human body, not yet. But he will. Just give him some time. As Ezekiel walks through them, as all the Black Masks men were like, "Who the hell are you, kid?" As Ezekiel throws a ice rose into the air. As he throws it in midair, as the ice rose explodes, as shards of ice picks start piercing all the men in the room, as Ezekiel just walking past them, as several men coming down using, guns, as he throws the ice wall up, as he's like, pointless water blade, as blood splatter all over the wall of the building. There's blood everywhere anyway, so. As Ezekiel finally gets to the main office, as Ezekiel kicks the door, as he goes flying, breaking out the window, as you have Black Mask. Figured you'd show up eventually, kid. Even for a small boy, you were quite impressive. But this is where your story ends, kid. Nothing personal. I can't have you messing around my business. And anyone associated with Ivy needs to die. As he was about to pull he pulls the trigger. As he points at Midoriya, pulls the trigger. As Ezekiel, turns into water. As Black Mask is like, what the hell is that? As he's physically confused. As Ezekiel, As Ezekiel throws Black Mask from toe to neck in ice. As he peers behind him. Unfortunately for you, your end's not going to be quick. Can't have you going around and can't have you threatening Aunt Ivy. As soon as you try to kill Aunt Ivy, your death was sealed. As he's like, kid, we could talk about this. How about I pay you? As he's like, I have no interest in money. As he points his finger to his skull, he had a TV in his office, as he sees Wonder Woman fighting a cheetah. Yeah, as we were cutting cheetah, so as we cut to that real fast. As Wonder Woman battling cheetah, Wonder Woman punches cheetah into a truck, like a delivery truck, as she's imprinted it into the truck bed. As Diana, Wonder Woman's, I don't know what you're after, Cheetah, but you're gonna lose. Just like every, just like every, sorry, just like before. As Cheetah gets up, Wonder Woman. Yes, that might have been true, but I have some backup. As she's like, what the hell? Like, what do you mean backup? As a water, as several pieces, several ice picks get thrown at Diana as she blocks it with her wrist. As you have Inko and her daughter, Luna. As Diana's like, Inko, where have you been? And she's like, what are you doing with Cheetah? As Inko's like, guaranteeing my children's survival. As she throws a water blade at Diana, as she blocks it, as she gets hit straight into a car. As we cut back to Izuku as he sees this on the TV. So that's where Mother went. As he's still pointing his finger, a water bullet, as he's looking at the screen, as it pierces Black Skull's head, killing him. As he's like, as he fades into water, as he reappears close to where the fight is, as you have Inko and Diana hitting blow from blow, as Diana's more of a she has more combat experience. She was always the stronger one, even though when they were, even when Inko was when she was younger, Diana was always stronger than her. So she's a few years older than her. So there's that. And she's like, why did you free that man? And she's like, I'm not telling you anything, Diana. As soon as, I know what I did. It was stupid of me, but I know what I did. But I've already passed of no return. I have children to look after. As Luna throws ice picks at Diana. And she's like, that's enough of you. As she throws her, lasso. And she's tied up. As Cheetah gets back in there, as she socks Diana, as she goes flying. As finally, Diana had enough of this, as she takes the fight a little more seriously. As she hits Cheetah so hard that she went flying, she's knocked out cold. I know I'm kind of not giving Cheetah her time in the spotlight, but I need to get the story going. So sorry, guys. So there's that. As she gets up, and she's like, "You're coming back home. You still have to answer for what you did." As she's going to take Inko away. As suddenly water bullets start coming at her, as she blocks a few of them, as she hits, it makes a bunch of hits, as she goes flying into a building, through the window, as Izuku walks in, as Izuku walks in, unties his sister, and walks up to his mother. Mother, it seems like you're having trouble. Ah, sweetheart. It's been a... What are you doing here? I was in the area. Sure you were, dear. Why don't you head back home? No, I'll handle this from here, Mother. As she yelling at Izuku, get back here. As he's not listening. Izuku had enough of people targeting his family, so he's done. Even though Inko initiated this attack, but he's done. As you have Wonder Woman, gets out of the building, as she sees a young boy. It's like, it's too dangerous here, kid. As he points a finger at her. Water bullet. Barrage. As he's throwing continuous water bullets at her, as she's trying to block it, as Izuku rushes her, socks her, as she flies straight into the building again. As Izuku walks through, as he's about to kill her. Yeah, he literally wants to kill her. So as he creates several flowers, as he tosses them in the air, as they explode, as the shards of ice pierce everything around the room. As Izuku just watches that, as she blocks the majority of it, but she gets hit pretty hard. As Izuku points his finger at her head, water bullet. He's compressing it to the fullest extent. As Inka grabs his hand, no, don't, son. Mom, why? She's an enemy. She's our foe. Shouldn't we take out the ones that oppose us? And she's like, no. Yes, that's true, but she's family. As Izuku, fine. As he walks out, and she's like, you have a son? I have 3 children, Diana. 2 boys, 1 oldest. I have my firstborn, twins. The girl Utaya, the young girl that was with me, the young woman that was with me, is my daughter. And that's my youngest, Izuku. And my eldest boy was kidnapped by that bastard Asashi. As I know for a fact that our people wouldn't allow my son's existence to stand. And she's like, Mother wouldn't do that. Really? You should really do a little background check on our history, dear sister. Yeah, Diana and Inko are half sisters, different fathers. Hers is Hades and all, and Inko's with some random fisherman that was hiding. He was a metahuman, but he was hiding as a fisherman just to steer clear of the law and other heroes. So there's that. I don't know if Herald would be around there, but yeah, let's say well, technically, yeah, I would because Flash. I'm making him a little bit older in this, so yeah, there was Speedster Delise. As we continue our story, and she's like, the only reason I tried to kill you, sister, is to protect my children. That's all I care about. Goodbye. As she, as sorry, as Luna freezes a wall in front of Diana, blocking her view, as they all disappear, as she starts breaking the ice, as she goes on the communicator, as she's like, as she contacts all the Justice League, as we'll cut back to the Justice League a little bit. As Deanna, why did you summon us here? I need your help. You remember Asashi? That sorry. Asashi, Aquaman's there. Yes, I remember. He escaped under your watch. He persuaded one of my sisters. Used her, then tossed her when he was done with her. But that's not the issue. I don't know where Asashi is. Most likely with Black Manta somewhere. But I need help bringing in my sister and my niece and my nephew. As they're like, what do you mean? Apparently, Asashi and my sister had children. As they're shocked, they don't know. Like, there's never been a cross between the two species. So far, that of my knowledge. So in this story, if there is, they're the first. And my youngest nephew, he needs guidance. The way he acted, the first time I saw him, he's more than willing to kill. If this continues, he might turn into a major threat, even more worse than Lex Luthor himself. As she saw his eyes, like when he was about to kill her, he didn't show no empathy, no emotions, just straight up action. As that goes on, as they're like, are you telling me? As Aquaman, wants to bring him in immediately. As she's like, we need a. As Batman's like, well, as much as I would like to go in there and beat the shit out of everyone and take the boy, but we must proceed carefully. If he's as powerful as you, Diana, as she's like, yeah, I could tell he was holding back. He was strong, with Amazonian blood in him, and plus with Atlantean blood in him. He's he's a danger if he ever gets into being a villain. As they discuss their plan, they mostly want to take Izuku because how she felt the fist, she felt the strength that Izuku had, and it was way beyond his mother. So yeah, even at 14, he's extremely strong. He's constantly trying to hold himself back because he could kill people like easily just by one punch. He rather to kill people with more finesse, mostly with his water. he likes using his water gun, his water bullet. As give me a second here, I have to go to the bathroom. As they're talking still about what they're gonna do about the Luna and Izuku, as they're like, sorry, Superman's, I could do it. I could bring in the boy, talk some sense into him. As he's being Superman. As Batman says, no, Clark. I have a better idea. As he's like, why don't we use the Teen Titans? What do you mean? Bruce. They're more than capable of handling this. And if we let two powerhouses meet, who knows what's going to happen to the surrounding area. The Teen Titans Superman's like, the Teen Titans is not equipped to deal with someone with his abilities. It's like, that's where you're wrong, Clark. As we have a most recent addition to the team. as you have Starfire comes in with Raven. Yeah, she's gonna get in. So she's gonna be. See, as this is Raven. She's a very powerful. She's very powerful, and plus, she could able to stop him without even having to lift her finger as telepath. Because Raven has a shitload of abilities. I mean, super telekinesis, telepath, could heal apparently. Use her psychic energy to make constructs like small walls and shields and stuff like that, and shoot her psychic energy into like a blast. So yeah, she could do a lot of stuff. So she's more than equipped to handle Midoriya easily if she wanted to. If she really wanted to cripple him, Izuku's strong. He's physically strong. Mentally, he's kind of not there a little bit. I mean, he's not crazy. He doesn't have any emotions. Not yet, at least. So as they walk in, as Superman, oh, I see what you're doing, Bruce. That would be less. That would be less collateral damage on the city. As they agree, as Batman's like, here. As they have, Batman works fast, so he has a picture of Izuku. This is the young. This is who you need to take down and bring in. What? Sorry. Starfire's the leader, so she's just like in an animated movie. She's older than the rest of them. Raven's the same age as Izuku, and she's the same age as Nightwing or whatever, like in her mid-20s. So there's that. So, what do you think, Raven? Can you handle this job? As Raven's like, yes, Batman, of course. What? When I capture him, what do you want me to do with him? I'll leave that up to your leader, Starfire. It's up to you. And she's like, very well. I won't make a full judgment until I meet the boy personally. As they walk out, as she's like, so, Starfire, should we get the whole team? As she's like, no, let's just the two of us. If we bring the other team, we don't know, we don't know what we're dealing with right now. As Batman, sorry, Diana gave them a brief description of how he acts from the first moment they met each other. So there's that. Give me a second. As we cut to Izuku and his family, as they get back to the hideout, as Ivy's like, Ivy's like, there you are, Izuku. Where have you been? Said you were gone for longer than I thought you would. As she's walking, apparently my little boy over here decided to take things on his own hands when we were fighting Wonder Woman. Did you tell him? As she's like, no, I didn't tell him. Izuku, how do you know where I was? As he throws a bloody black mask on the floor. As Ivy's like, what did you do, Izuku? I got rid of the threat, Aunt Ivy. Anyone threatens you dies. And how I found you, Mother. It was on TV. As he walks off. I said, I don't know what to do with the boy. As Luna's like, Mom, I'm worried about him. Ever since he's never shown any emotions at all to anyone before. And she's like, I know. Ivy, can you, he seems to open up to you more than me, as much as as much as that pisses me off, but it's best. And she's like, don't worry, Inko. Yeah, I noticed him and he's more open towards me. It must be something to do with our powers. As they bond more. So as she goes over there, as Ezekiel's just sitting on the wall, sitting down as he just messing with some water, constructing it. As she's like, you didn't have to go that far, Izuku. As he's like, he was gonna hurt you, Ivy. He had to be stopped. I'm not like my brother, my sister, my mother. I'm more than willing to take a life if it's necessary. And she's like, I know, Slugger, but can you promise me, no more senseless murder? You're gonna catch attention to the heroes if they are not on your case already. As Izuku's like, what do you mean? Well, if they just find out of your heritage, they'll send someone to take you down. That's how the heroes work. But I need you to lay low for a while. No more night trips out in the street. As Ezekiel's like, you know about that? Of course, dear, I know about it. There's nothing that doesn't go around here that I don't know about. Let's stay in from now on. As she leaves, as you have Ezekiel's sister walks in, as they start talking. Well, she starts talking to him. She's like, yeah, pretty much about that. And we're probably going to stop it here because I want to get into the good parts in the next part. So I just need to get this boring stuff out of the way. So hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. All right, bye.